everyone, it's Gojira Prime here with a little video, and today we're going to be taking a look at one of my favorite figures from 2025, and that is Age of the Primes Star Convoy. Now this figure is a modern day interpretation of the original Star Convoy from the Battlestars toy line, which was the final G1 incarnation of Optimus Prime, and this is the first of the new sized Titan class figures. I have to admit, when they did announce that they were going to be doing a Titan class Optimus Prime, I was a little bit curious how they were going to pull this off, but I'm pleased to say that the figure is, in my opinion, very, very good. I know some people do have some issues with it, especially in regard to the hollow legs and chest section of the figure, but all in all, I'm really, really quite pleased with this figure. So I'm going to take you through the main components, which is the figure itself, which you can see here, along with its Micromaster carrier and the Hot Rod Micromaster. I'll then put it into robot mode and we'll do some size comparisons. So first off, just starting with Hot Rod himself. This is again a modern interpretation of the original Hot Rod Micromaster figure, and it's a very nice miniature version of Hot Rod from the G1 cartoon. Wheels are maybe a little bit small, in my opinion, but they're not too bad. It's got some nice decals, stickers there, and it's very, very easy to transform. I'll just do this. It's that easy. I'm just going to do this on camera. So basically, you take the Hot Rod figure, you just open his arms up like this, flip the legs down like so, and then you just flip down the chest section, and you move these bits here backwards just to give him some feet support, and there is your Hot Rod. And it's a nice little figure. It's not got any head articulation, but it has got movement at the shoulders, movement at the elbows, some limited movement back on the legs, can go forward a lot more, and it does bend at the knee there as well. So it's a nice little version of Hot Rod. Then we have the Micro Carrier, or Micromaster Carrier, and this is basically just a little truck to carry Micromasters in. The back section does open up, and if I very quickly just put Hot Rod back into his vehicle mode, like so, you can see that he just fits right in there to be carried away. Then we have the Star Convoy figure itself, and it is a very, very big truck mode. It is bigger than the Command class Optimus Prime figure in length, and it's also quite a deep figure as well. Now, this whole thing makes up the robot mode for the figure, so it is quite large. Now, you can clearly see that there is some G1 Optimus Prime inspirations here, especially along the side with this blue stripe and the Autobot logo at the bottom. You do have some tracked wheels here at the base. And again, the back sections here, which form the base of the feet, do open up, and you can put your Micro Carrier in there or other Micromaster figures if you do have them. The cab section does not turn itself. It is one solid bit. The guns, however, on the top do rotate, and they do go up and down, and the wheels do all roll rather quite nicely. Prime's one weapon accessory. He does have a blast effect as well, but I can't find that right now. His gun section, his turret, you can swivel that about on the top if you wanted, and it does detach and fit into a 5mm port here on top of the truck mode. But yeah, all in all, it's a really big truck mode. You can see a bit more detail there with the cab section. It's got this nice grille here, some lights on the side, and then these blue stickers for the windows. There's not really a whole lot of what I would call paint apps or decal stickers on this thing. I know that Toy Hoax do make a sticker set, which I'm probably going to have to look at getting at some point in the near future. So all in all, very, very nice truck mode. Rolls fine. Looks good, big, bulky. It is more or less, if you look at the images of the original figure, it is pretty much a dead-on representation for that. And that's not a bad thing. It's meant to play on nostalgia at the end of the day. But yeah, it's a really big, chunky truck mode. So I'm just going to pause the video, get him into robot mode, and then we'll go through the robot mode. Hi everyone, just before we do move on to the robot mode for Star Convoy, one thing I thought I'd best mention is that I do not go through the base mode in this video. Now you can see the base mode in the image here on the screen. It's essentially just Optimus Prime with his legs splayed out, his chest open, and his head pointing down. I personally think it's a really horrible base mode, and it's something that they probably didn't need to do for this figure, but they do it because it's part of the original figure at the end of the day. A couple of other little points of note. I am missing, at the point of the time of this video, the handheld piece which makes up the so-called sword that you can also see here. I tried looking for it for ages, but I can't actually find that little bit at the moment. God knows where I've put it. It's probably in a spare pieces bin somewhere. But anyway, the figure does have a base mode, but it's a really bad base mode. So I'm never going to display the figure in this, so I didn't cover it in the video. But I thought I'd better say something just in case someone does put something in the comments section. So there you go. Okay, so here we have Star Convoy, I should say, sorry, in his robot mode. And he is a really big robot. But it's also a very nice robot mode as well. The fact that they have lifted the design straight out of the manga, because this version of Prime never appeared in any cartoon media. He was a comic book character only. Is really, really great. You can really see, the Japanese design aesthetic in this version of the character. One interesting point of note is that the guy who designed this version of Optimus Prime is also responsible for the design of the original Gundam figure, or Gundam mecha design back in the 1970s. So if you think it looks a bit Gundam-ish, that's probably why. Again, there's not a whole lot of paint detail on this. It is mostly molded detail. And if I just spin them around here, I'm using quite a small desk space here, so just bear with me if it seems like it's a bit close. But yeah, all in all, it's a really, really nice figure. It's not the most complex transformation that you're ever going to get out of a Transformer, which is in some ways is a good thing. It's a very easy figure to transform, but it's also a really fun and enjoyable transformation process. But I don't like going through the transformation processes when I'm doing these videos. So just to take you through the articulation of the figure, the head is on a joint here, and you can spin it from side to side, but that is it. The eyes are blue in color, if you can see that in this video, but there is no light piping, so you can't shine anything through them. He's got this very nice gold star on his chest here. The chest section does open up. There is no matrix of leadership with this thing, and you just have this very large empty space where you have this thing, which is called the Zodiac Crystal, instead of a matrix. And that's basically it. I know a lot of people have the complaint with this figure that it is very, very hollow. And I understand that it is a justifiable criticism. But all in all, it doesn't take away from my enjoyment of the figure and what it looks like. Now, with the arms, they are on a very big ratchet joints on the shoulder. So you can spin them a full 360. You can also lift up like this. And there is, I just turn him around this way, there is bend at the elbow. The fists do rotate and the hands do open up, but the fingers are all just one solid molded piece. And you can take his blaster, which by the way is a very nicely detailed blaster, and it does have this little blue energon shell in there as well, which you have to put in yourself when you do open up the figure. The gun just fits right into the hand like that. Now, for the legs, I'll just bring the camera down a bit. He does have, oh, sorry, if I just actually go back up 1 second. He does have waist swivel, and you can actually spin it a full 360 on that if you so wish to do so. Legs, he does have that movement at the waist there. The skirt pieces do tend to get in the way, but you can just move them to get even more movement. And he does have movement at the knee that far back and a little bit forward as well. Also, he does also have some ankle pivot there as well, so you can get him into a variety of poses if you want to. Now, one thing I will say is there is a DNA design kit coming out for this guy soon. I still haven't pre-ordered mine. I still need to do it. But with that DNA kit, you get new guns, some new headpieces for him, and also I believe a large sword for him to use as well. So all in all, I really like the robot mode. I love the Japanese design aesthetic to it. I love the size of it. It's just it's a really big, imposing figure on the shelf. Yes, it's not as big as other Titan class figures, but it's still really, really nice. So how does he scale up in regard to other figures? So I'm just going to do a couple of size comparisons. So I'm just going to grab hold of my camera for this, because like I said, he is very large, and you do have to get some way back just to catch him all in frame. There you go. So here he is with his Selects version of the figure. And as you can see, this is a leader class figure from, what, 5-6 years ago? So he towers still above a leader class figure. And then here he is with one of the newer combiner figures, Superion. And as you can see, he still towers above even Superion. So he really is a very, very large figure. So all in all, is Star Convoy worth it? I know some people were unhappy with the new Titan class scale and the price point and the hollowness of the figure. But I will say this, if you can get Star Convoy at a good price, and I think he retailed originally for about £150, if you can get him at a good price, and you are a fan of Optimus Prime, if he is like, your main thing for Transformers, this is definitely a figure worth getting. It really does have a lot of presence on the shelf. The design is fantastic, quite frankly. Yes, he could use more detail in a lot of places in regard to paint applications, but like I say, I'll probably be getting a Toy Hoax decal set in the near future for him, just to flesh out some more detail. But hey, let me know in the comment section what you think. Do you have Star Convoy, or did you have Star Convoy? Were you happy with the figure? Were you unhappy with the figure? Do please let me know in the comment section. Please hit like, hit subscribe, and thank you very much for taking the time to watch this video.